Well, finally arrived. Right, so this is the Evo Pump Pro, but as you can see, there's a difference. Motorbike, bicycle, even car pump. There's your little quick start guide. This is the Evo Pump, all bagged up. Like I said, a lot different to the previous one. This is my new one. Should be the same as the previous one. Turn the switch off, turn it on. As you can see, it's the sun on, so you don't really see much, and it's dead. I have to go and recharge it. That is the Evo Pump Sup Pro. Right, morning guys. Now, if you remember the last time I done a Sup Pump review, it was on this previous one here. Now that was used for basically going out in your kayak and your stand-up paddleboard. This one is for multiple uses. This one can be used for pumping up bikes, deflating bikes, pumping up cars, deflating car tyres, also your airbeds, tents, multiple uses, and it even comes with a little prong just in case your kids want your football blowing up. Now bearing in mind it comes with 9 attachments, and that's 5 already attached to that. That is off my Flextail mat, because it doesn't come with every attachment for like tiny mats, and you'll see that in a bit. Just come up with something yourself if you're going to use it with your mat, especially if you're just going onto a campsite. Bearing in mind it does come with a bog standard one that is used for most blow up mats, especially family air mats. Like I said, it comes with all the attachments. It comes with your bike and car tyre attachment, and it also comes with an AC attachment as well, especially if you're going away in your car and with your family. As I said before, it comes with the tyre one, so it's all good. These are all the attachments. It comes in this nice little bag. Literally, it doesn't come with the attachment to go into the Flextail mat. I had to make my own up. For all the little bits I had, I've just come back from the Cotswolds Way, and we've been doing obviously 3 days of some hard stomping. But while I was out there, I was using the Lanshan, and obviously I was using a mat while I was out there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a quick pump up of the Thermarest Neo Air Ultralight, and also the Flextail air mat as well. This is one of the mounts that comes with the Flextail pump. It comes with about 7. Nice twist lock, and then you literally just put that on there, and that will now fit on the Thermarest Neo Air Ultralight. As I said, just come back from the Cotswolds Way, and I took my Neo Air Ultralight, and be aware the Neo Air Ultralight has a weakness. Now I found it right in the corner, so I've put a patch on and also marked up where the actual hole is, so just be aware of that. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to pump this up using the Flextail. Now obviously I would advise this if you're going out camping with the family, or you're going kayaking with the family. I used the previous one for my kayak, and I use this one for my kayak as well. All I'm going to do is attach it, hence there is all these attachments, and you can cut them off. I'm going to whack that on there. There is a valve on the back, unlock it. But I'm going to be pumping up an airbed, and it states it there. Obviously it's not a massive family size airbed, but we'll have a go. And that is my Neo Ultralight done up in less than 30 seconds. Let's try the Flextail one. Now again, we all know how big the Flextail one is, and this is just a simple, easy, quick connection. There's the connection. Now I need a smaller one, so I'm going to put that in. Like I said, you wouldn't take these while camping, but you will take them with your family camping. There is a downside to using the pump with the Flextail. As you can see, I have a multitude of connectors, and I've actually had to come across a set, one that's already in there, 2 that come from the Flextail Zero pump, which I still rate, and then I've had to take one from the tiny pump, put in there to being able to connect to the actual pump, which is unreal because this is the same company. So I'm a little bit miffed as to why they didn't have a connector for their own air mat. Pretty stumped on that one. But anyway, like I said, we're going to pump the Flextail air mat up now. But as you can see, all I'm doing is demonstrating this pump for family camping, kayaking, blowing your tyres up on your bike, and also blowing your tyres up on your car. We'll see how fast it goes up. It should go up in less than 30 seconds. I have it on airbed again. Let it go. And there we have it, the full blown Flextail mat done up in less than what, 30 seconds. Same one with that one as well, with the Thermarest Ultralight. These are the kind of pumps that you want when you're going camping with your family. I've just got my tent out to give it a little airing after being on the Cotswolds Way. Let's go and try it on some tyres. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump up this old bike. It's got completely flat tyres, okay? And I have to pump that up to 40 psi, and we'll do that now. Right, so again, with the Flextail, I'm going to put another attachment on here, or connect it to here. So we'll disconnect this one, nice and easy, and we'll connect the other bit. Now, this bit also comes with the set. Attach it to the inflate, like I said, they're really easy. And we're going to pump these tyres up to 40 psi. So again, I'll turn it on. As you can see all these, I'll move it to tyres. So I'll do bike tyres, and we'll do it up to 40 psi. Like I said, flat as you can get. Normal same nozzle. It was already set to 40 psi and bike, so all we've got to do is press start. Down now. And there we are. I'm going to say 8 seconds. That was done. Now again, you're getting the family to get ready to go out on their bikes. You just want to give everything a quick pump up. Pocket already connected. As you can see, it's flat. This is going to 40 psi as well, and it's just a case of pump and go. They're rock solid. So within nearly, I don't know, I'm going to say between 10 and 15 seconds, tyres are fully pumped up. So this is my e-bike. This is the E26 from Engway, and what I'm going to do is deflate the tyre, and we'll pump it up using the pump. It's just to give you, like, you know, a scenario where you can use this for multiple things, not just bikes, but cars, airbeds, tents, kayaks, everything. So like I said, deflate and re-pump. So I'm now going to stick it in deflate, so I can take the tyre down myself. Right, so as you can see there, the actual tyre is completely deflated, just to give you that. And now I'm going to re-pump these tyres back up. So we're going to whack these onto 20 psi now. I don't know if you can see that there. And let's see how long it takes for me to pump this up. As you can see, they're a lot thicker tyres. These are 4-inch tyres, so we're going to pump these up now. Again, I need to change the pump. So it's going to go to bike. Remember, it was at 40, I'm going to stick it to 20 psi. Right, pressure is set at 20 psi. Right, not forgetting to change it over from deflate to inflate. So that's ready to inflate now to 20 psi. All I've got to do is press start. So what it'll do now is go into feed mode. We're now to 20. If you can just about see that, it was at 5 bars, it's now down to 4. Bearing in mind I've done a bike, done a fat tyre and 2 airbeds. Now let's try car tyre. Just had to quickly grab the keys, and looking at the tyre pressure on my car, I'll put it up to 32 because it's usually just me in this car. Right, but first I've just got to deflate this. As you can see, it's at its max, but we're going to deflate it and re-inflate it using the Flextail air pump. Right, please bear in mind though, that when you deflate the tyre, obviously you're still using the battery power. Like I said, I will deflate it using the Flextail, but then I'm going to re-pump up using the Flextail as well. So, find the inflate, it's not very good, because it should have been coloured, but it's not. Flextail don't get everything right with their pumps, but with the power and the pressure, they do. Now, as you can see, the tyre is completely flat. And what we're going to do is, obviously, I'm going to change it over from deflate to inflate, put this up to 32 psi, and then re-pump it up. And you'll see, if you can see there, you've still got 4 bars. So like I said, take it off the deflate, stick it onto inflate. Don't forget to change the profile on what it's set on. So we need to change the profile into car, and I need to get it onto 32. Up, 32 psi, and let's let it go. That is now at 32 psi. It's finished and we're all done. But let's get into some specs. The specs on the Flextail Evo Pump Pro. It has automatic dual stage system, 6 smart modes, active cooling system, inflation and deflation, real-time pressure display and shut off, and an 800 milliamp battery built in. That is the same as the first one, which had 800 milliamps built in as well, but this is more versatile just because of the stuff that it came with. And I believe the internal panel has changed as well, so it gives you more options. Right, they say it can be used for sup pump, cars, motorcycles, inflatable beds, kayaks, inflatable toys, air tents, inflatable beds and inflatable boats, and as I said before, balls, toys and things like that. Right, the mechanicals of this basically simple as you have a type C to charge it, and this little cover here literally turns it in, so you can't just turn it on. It's almost like a locking button, so you can't get the display up because of the locking button. Take that off, display will appear. I don't know if you can see that. Turn it off, gone. Also, it has a DC charging point as well, which I've never used to be honest, but I can, like I said, that goes with the car charger. Personally, charge it at home before you leave, and if you're out there for a few days, then you can obviously charge it off your car battery. I keep this in my car just for the simple fact, if I go out on a multi-day hike and say I come back from the multi-day hike and I want to charge certain things up before I go off or before I go home, then I can use this to charge laptops, phones, drones, cameras, and even my earphones. So it is a pucker piece of kit, hence it's basically an emergency power bank in your car or in your kayak. Now I'm going to bring you closer and we'll look at the real-time display. Right, so you can see this is the battery level. Now bearing in mind, blown up 2 air beds, blown up a full bike up to 40 psi, blown up another bike up to 20 psi, deflated a tyre, deflated a car tyre, blown up the car tyre. But it's got a full display, and on that display, and I'll try and take you through with it. If you can see the little signs, there's a little car there, a little bike. That is your paddleboard, that's a tent. You can see that just about, that's your airbed, and that's just a timer depending on how long you want to stick it on. So if you're going to do the airbeds that are up there in the back of your tent, or if you're just deflating something, you could just set it for an amount of time while you just walk off and deflate it. Again, this is one of the best pieces of kit I use. I'll leave it in my car just in case I need it, in case I take the kayak out, anything like that. Yeah, that's one thing I haven't shown you. So let's pump the kayak with it. This is my kayak. If you haven't seen a review on this, which I've basically had for about 4 years now, I'll stick it up in one of the corners. Obviously this is the pump, we're going to pump it up now. This does run on certain PSIs, 0.7 bar or 1 PSI, and the base is 4.35 PSI. Let's pump it up. Bearing in mind it's got the right connection for the right feed hole. So stated 1 PSI, so all it is, I'm going to put these in, I'm going to turn it on, get it to 0.7 bar or 1 PSI. We'll go for 1 PSI. I'll change it to paddle board and I'll put it at 1 PSI. Luckily we're already at 1 PSI and off we go. Right, again, that's with the 1 PSI. I'm going to take that out there, put it on this side. Both side ones done, all that's left is the internal one to be done, and that goes to 4.35 PSI. Right, off to the centre we go. When you're doing the internal, you really need to watch out, because these creases pop out. The base of the actual mat isn't sitting incorrectly, but it does work nonetheless. Let's finish off pumping. 1.4, see if we can carry on. All done. This is literally 1 pump for all you need. What more do you need? Obviously you're not going to take it backpacking. So that is it, everything. except for the car tyre. I ain't sticking that in there. So that was my little presentation of the Flextail Evo Pump Pro. Hope you enjoyed it.